Welcome to the Game Audio Resource WiseCube 2019 Audio Implementation Guide Series. In this guide, we'll focus on vocal exertions for entity idle status. This is quite a hacky process and not a recommended way to implement in a professional company. However, this demonstrates even with limited events, we can still add completely new content without the need for extra code. This step, we will set up a unique structure that can be used when the player character is idle/not moving. We will also give the option to play different types of idle dialogue depending on the health status of the player character. In the Project Explorer Audio tab, navigate to the vocal_player actor mixer. Right-click, then select New Child, Switch Container. Name it vocal_player_idle. With the switch container selected, in the Properties Editor General Settings tab, Output Bus, tick Override Parent. Then assign the bus to the dialogue_player audio bus. Right-click the switch container, then select New Child Random Container. Name it vocal_player_idle_below water. Right-click the random container, then select New Child Sound SFX. Then select the sound SFX and name it Silence. In the Contents Editor, add Sources, then select Wise Silence. Right-click the switch container, then select New Child Blend Container. Name it vocal_player_idle_above water. Right-click the blend container, then select New Child Random Container. Name it vocal_player_idle_above water_health_high. Select the random container, then in the Properties Editor General Settings tab, change the play mode to continuous. Then select Loop. Tick Transitions. Change Type to Trigger Rate. Change the duration value to 15. Then open the Duration Randomizer window. Tick Enabled. Then set the min offset to 0. Then set the max offset to 5. Now click on the Advanced Settings tab. Tick Ignore Parent. Then tick Limit Sound Instances to 1, then globally in the drop-down list. Then set When Limit is Reached to Kill Voice. Then also set When Priority is Equal to Discard Newest Instance. Copy the random container into the same hierarchy location. Name it vocal_player_idle_above water_health_low. Drag in associated one-shot dialogue audio assets to the two random containers. Place them under the path SFX vocal player then dialogue. Select the blend container. Then in the Properties Editor General Settings tab, click the Blend Tracks Edit button. In the Blend Track window, add a new blend track. Name it vocal_player_idle. Tick the crossfade box. Then assign the path, Game Parameters, Default Work Unit, then Player Health. Close the Blend Track Editor. In the Contents Editor, add the Health Low and High random containers. Ensure Low is added first. Back in the Blend Track Editor window, change the Health_low to start at 0, then change the endpoint to finish at 40. Change the Health_high to start at 40, then drag the block to the end of the timeline. Close the Blend Track Editor window. Select the vocal_player_idle switch container. Then in the Properties Editor General Settings tab, Switch, then Group, assign the path, State Groups, Default Work Unit, Player in Water. Set the default switch state to No. Then in the Contents Editor, assign the following: Above Water Blend Container to No and None, and Below Water Random Container to Yes. Locate and select the foot_player event. In the Event Editor, Actions list, right-click, then select New Action, Stop, then Stop. Right-click again, then select New Action, then Play. Navigate back to the Actor Mixer Hierarchy Audio tab, vocal_player_idle switch container. Drag it onto the new Play and Stop event actions. Select the Play action. Change the delay value to 10, Then click on the Delay Randomizer UI. Change the values to min offset 0 and max offset 5. Save your Wwise project updates and generate the sound banks. In this step, we will implement a more basic structure for an enemy entity to randomly trigger idle vocal exertions. We will use the ogre as an example. Navigate to the Project Explorer Audio tab, Wwise Work Unit. Right-click, then select New Child, Actor Mixer. Name it Vocal_Ogre. With the Actor Mixer selected, in the Properties Editor General Settings tab Output Bus, assign it to the path SFX Vocal. Right-click the Actor Mixer, then select New Child Random Container. Name it Vocal_Ogre_idle. With the random container selected, in the Properties Editor General Settings tab, change the play mode to continuous. Then tick Loop. Also tick Transitions. Change the type to trigger rate. Set the duration value to 3. In the randomizer window, tick Enabled. Then set the following values: min offset to 0 and max offset to 3. With the random container selected, go to the Properties Editor Advanced Settings tab. Then tick Ignore Parent, tick Limit Sound Instances to, change the value to 1, then from the drop-down list, globally. Change when limit is reached to kill voice. Change when priority is equal to discard newest instance. Now import associated audio assets. Under the path, SFX, Vocal, Ogre, then Exertion. We were now set up for a default sizing set of attenuations for use with any 3D vocal content. In the Project Explorer Share Sets tab, locate the 3 footstep attenuations, then copy them into the Vocal Work Unit. Then duplicate the 3 events, so you have 2 of each size. Name each sizing to the corresponding names you see on screen now. Open the vocal_large_close attenuation, then set the following values: max distance to 75, remove all points in the graph, then add points at output bus volume 7.5 and distance 0.0, and output bus volume 35 and distance -30. Change the curve between the points 7.5 and 35 to logarithmic base 1.41. Then change the curve between point 35 and 75 to logarithmic base 3. Open the vocal large far attenuation. Then set the following values: max distance to 100, remove all points in the graph, then add points at output bus volume 10 and distance 0.0, then change the curve between points 10 and 100 to logarithmic base 3. Open the vocal_medium_close attenuation, then set the following values: max distance to 50, remove all points in the graph, then add points at output bus volume 7.5 and distance 0.0, and output bus volume 32 and distance -30. Change the curve between 7.5 and 32 to logarithmic base 3. Also change the curve between point 32 and 50 to logarithmic base 3. Open the vocal_medium_far attenuation. Then set the following values: max distance to 70, remove all points in the graph, then add new points at output bus volume 7.5 and distance 0.0, and output bus volume 40 and distance -30. Change the curve point between the 7.5 and 40 points to logarithmic base 3. Also change the curve between point 40 and 70 to logarithmic base 3. Open the vocal_small_close attenuation. Then set the following values: max distance to 35, remove all points in the graph, Then add points at output bus volume 10 and distance 0.0. Change the curve between points 10 and 35 to logarithmic base 3. Open the vocal _small _far attenuation, then set the following values. Max distance to 50, remove all points in the graph, then add a point at output bus volume 10 and distance 0.0. Change the curve points between 10 and 50 to logarithmic base 3. The default attenuations are now set up for all vocalization types. If you need more fine-tuning, add new ones where needed. Return to the actor mixer hierarchy, vocal _ogre _idle random container. Then in the Properties Editor Positionings tab, add the following settings. Tick Override Parent, then under Listener Relative Routing 3D Spatialization, change the drop-down menu to Position and Orientation. Then under Attenuation, assign the following path. MyCube, Vocal, then Vocal _medium _close. In the Project Explorer Events tab, locate the event foot _ogre. In the Events Editor list, right-click, then select New Action, then Play. Change the delay value to 0.02. Then change the probability value to 50. Right-click the list, then select New Action, Stop, then Stop. Change the delay value to 2. Then in the Project Explorer Audio tab, locate the vocal _ogre _idle random container. Drag it onto the two new blank event play actions, play and stop. Save your Wwise project updates, then generate the sound banks. In this step, we will test our Wwise data updates. Boot up the game and connect Wwise to the game, then change to the Wwise profiler layout. Move the player character, then come to a stop. Wait for the idle content to trigger a few times before adjusting triggering values.
Are we staying here? Let's move.
Balance the player character idle content. Load a single player map. In Wwise, solo an enemy entity's idle hierarchy, e.g. vocal _ogre _idle. Wait for the entity to spawn. Then wait for the entity to stop moving a few times for the idle content to trigger. Adjust the balancing and the trigger rates as needed. Once you are happy with the balancing you have added, close the game, save your Wwise project updates, then generate the sound banks. Finally, run a Wwise integrity report to check for any data errors. Use this chapter's guide to set up idle vocalizations for any other entity type.